Good, how you doing there, boss?
Are you on the agenda tonight, sir? For the name? You're together? Okay. And sir, it just came in? And the address? William Pedraza? Okay. Mhm. Just here. Look, move on. David's over there. I mean, it's. You can just watch our meeting. You don't actually have to participate. I mean, you're not there. I mean, I don't think it's live. David's moving around. So it's must be like a delay or something.
Yeah, it's usually like a.
Oh, there you go. Look, now you just walked over there. Look. So it's maybe like a 30-second delay. So it says 6M is old business. But it's under new business. 6M, yeah, it's here. And that's the guy right there. All right, are we ready? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, good evening, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this is the Planning and Design Review Board for the Village of Biscayne Park for February 12th, 2024. It is now 6:36. The roll call: Edward Leyva, David Grun,
Here.
HR from here, as well as Raphael and Linda from the Building Department. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the here and we're going to go in order of the agenda.
Should we motion to excuse Scarlett?
Are we getting feedback?
No, I was saying, should we motion to excuse Scarlett?
Yeah, also, can I get a motion to excuse?
Motion to excuse Scarlett?
Okay, that was David Ed. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, Scarlett's excused. Also, we're adding to the agenda, we have a 7C, 11807 Northeast 11th Place. It's a new construction first review. It was supposed to be on the agenda, but I guess there was a little confusion. But since it's a discussion item, we can go ahead and add it as a discussion. 11807 Northeast 11th Place. All right, so next, so the first item up will be 6D, 1002 Northeast 118th Street, re-roof shingle to metal, Marinoni.
So it just has a 4-inch overhang?
And I'm sorry, you're gonna be testifying about it?
Way the roofs are lined up in several generations of roofs is I can't extend it or create little gaps this big. It's just aesthetically, it's bad and it's more complicated. It certainly needs to be.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a photo in the package. Thank you.
so, I mean, you're saying it's a 412, And so our code says on a 412, you have to have a
12-inch over.
12-inch overhang all the way around the perimeter and with a 6-inch face up. And you're saying it's a 4-inch overhang. So,
leading here. It's a 4-inch hit and the roofs are so adjacent, there's very little elevation. But by creating a 4-inch crawl space in between the garage and the house itself. And elsewhere, just to extend this roof just seems not aesthetically pleasing as what you guys want.
yeah. But I mean, the code on this is very clear on what is required. And, you know, just, I mean, you, even above the garage, above the front pitch, gabled. I just don't see where it meets the code. It's not even close to the 12-inch.
So the most complicated
perimeter.
issue is looking towards the front door from the driveway. And my gaps of 4 inches and I can't, there's not even any room to extend the roof. Because of the other parts of the building.
Yeah, all that's is clear, it just the outcome of that fact is that it doesn't comply with the code for metal roofs,
But we-
right?
The code,
So-
the code seems a little impractical, but that's our code. We can do what we want.
Yeah, I mean, it's the code. We can debate how practical or not it is, but
Okay, here we are.
Yeah.
The owner's here, I'm here.
yeah, so again, unfortunately, the code's very clear, right? So the house doesn't meet the criteria for a metal roof. There are alternatives, concrete tiles,
Well, it's
Tile,
existing-
some other-
existing is an asphalt shingle,
understood.
the top of the line, the better ones.
Again,
The
shingle
owner would like.
roofs are not an
something-
option, so.
Yeah, the owner would like something longer lasting and more wind resistant.
Hmm.
And when I'm extending rakes and drip, you know, I'm doing this with a framing that's not there. I'm not attaching framings coming down, the rafters coming this way. And I'm trying to extend the hip roof that, or gabled roof that way. I'm creating a place for wind to come in to tear up something that's not.
I understand, no one is suggesting you should extend the overhangs. What we're saying is it doesn't have the overhangs required for a metal roof, therefore it doesn't qualify as a candidate for a metal roof. Qualifies
Well,
for
there's the owner.
concrete
uh,
tiles.
yeah, well,
other
it's
alternatives,
biology,
right?
idiots. No. I've met, if,
Again, our hands are tied, right? It's the code.
oh, we
Right,
we
here.
can untie anything we want. We're in charge here.
No, can't do that.
You said the homeowner is here. Does the homeowner?
Here.
Yeah, are you, I'm sure Mr. Murphy's explained to you the code requirements for a metal roof. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, George, so can you just go up to the microphone, sir, real quick? Please, thank you.
Yes, I rather do metal because it's better for hurricanes, and the extension on the east is only cosmetics because it's not to extend for hurricanes. It's because somebody thought that will look better. In the county, there is no such a code. It's only for Biscayne Park. We know that. So if we can not do that, at least in those parts where gonna be better. I mean, imagine the garage is here, the porch is here, and this roof will be
No,
lower.
again, I understand
If not,
why
we
it's
have to
either not
ask for
feasible or
another,
not.
another, you know, allowance for putting shingles back because we don't want shingles either. I have top of the line shingles, the architectural shingles for 20 years, they're fine. But I think metal is a lot stronger. For both, I need a variance from here. So either we allow my metal roof, or I will have to come back and ask for another variance to put shingles again, because I'm
Well,
not gonna
there's-
be able
there's-
to put tiles, I already asked.
Well, so let me just clarify.
So
Um,
it's either
so-
one or the other.
So there is an avenue to put metal roof. You just have to
Yeah.
extend your overhangs and make it to 12-inch overhang all the way around the perimeter. So there, you do have an avenue for providing a metal roof.
Yeah,
Shingles, you do have an avenue for replacing the shingle roofs. You need to get an engineer.
I
They
will have to
they're-
ask if we don't allow I don't want to extend the garage under my porch, because then we'll create a situation when it rains sideways, the water will come inside my porch.
Mhm.
So if they're meeting right now, they're meeting at the same height. If I extend, the garage will be underneath. So
Okay.
either we don't do that and we allow metal, or I will have to come back with another, ask for a variance for shingles again.
Okay.
So
So
it's
just to be
either
clear,
or.
just to be clear, there actually are no variances in our metal roof code. So
Yeah.
there's no variances.
Okay.
So your path forwards are extend the roof to create the necessary overhang for your metal.
Yeah.
Get an engineer's letter for your shingles to prove that the roof would not support a tile roof.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, or you could actually go in and shore up your trusses and put a tile roof on it. I mean, that is a likely
Okay.
variation of going. So you have a path forward on 3 different materials if you'd like to pursue those 3 materials. But it's up to you really which way you want to go and how you like.
I would like to
like
put
that.
metal, but my variance that I need is not to extend the garage under my porch. I can put the rest of the eaves extended, but that part is a problem because it will be a problem. So if we cannot allow that little variance, it's not a lot, it's not the whole house, it's just that part. Then I will have to ask for an engineer to give me, to assess that I really cannot put the tiles. And I will need shingles. So it's either or. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just a little area. It's maybe 6 feet, 8 feet, I don't know.
You're talking about this area over the garage.
The front porch and the garage, they meet. The porch is flat, the garage is gables. So they meet at the same point. If I extend the gable down, the front porch will be flat, but will be higher than the garage.
I mean, I'll let the other board members speak to this, but if the hipped roof is metal, and what are you doing for the porch? The porch looks like it has a little bit of a slope on
It's
it.
flat,
It's flat, so it's a built up
it's flat,
material.
a flat roof,
Okay.
Because it's
regular
he's
flat roof.
trying to shift off of shingle, I'm just asking. If he gets an engineer's letter that says, hey, it can't support clay or tile or whatever, does the code then allow us to approve a metal, or the code would only allow us to approve for him to stick with redoing
It
shingles?
says shingle to shingle roofing material.
Shingle to shingle.
I mean, you have a wood frame house. I mean, I think you
Yeah.
would probably be able to find an engineer that agrees with you that
1939
that
was
there's,
built, yeah.
but
Off of this picture, then wouldn't that be basically a continuation?
well, that's my thing is if you look at that flat roof, it's technically the overhang for the roof above it.
Yeah, so you wouldn't.
So
need
you're
to-
only really talking about extending down the roof over the garage door.
Yeah,
But if you're looking at there, it looks like the garage and the
What
garage and the.
How does
other roof
everywhere
are
that's
two different
not
things.
Yeah, we're not talking about the two sides, that's where the flat roof is.
But unfortunately, the code is very clear too. And so, you know, unless you're willing to make the changes necessary, we have to vote on the way the permit is applied now. And you're only providing a 4-inch overhang when then there's a 12-inch overhang required. So I'll have to take a motion.
Well, I mean, I guess the question would be is if he denies it, he can reopen with a letter on the same one? Okay.
Come back.
Then motion. Yeah, so motion to deny.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. That was David Ed. So just maybe have a meeting and, you know, think about which way you want to go forward. All right, next will be Building 6F, 1105 Northeast 119th Street, driveway, William Pedraza. Thank you. Just go up there, please.
If you said. Yes. You have a survey?
Yeah, I sent it.
Drawing it all.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah, there's no
send in a
drawing.
drawing of like what shape and the dimensions that you wanted to have for the
I
driveway?
drove, but I also had, I mean, I did send, like the survey that shows that was the original driveway. I mean, I have pictures here.
Because we don't have a survey, we just have like a detail that's been highlighted. But, and then
I
the,
did
and then
actually,
the,
I mean,
and
I
the
would
form's
like-
not completed, not completely filled out?
I got the approval that said that everything was sent and completed on my email. So,
If you have the drawing, then we can just look at it.
yeah, sure.
Maybe faster. And Raphael, if you want to check in the open. While we're doing that.
Not even filled out.
This is the property.
It's the whole end of the property. This whole property. So you've got an existing circular concrete driveway now, duplex or something.
Yeah.
So you've got some strips over here, which I'm not really sure what those are.
Never touched, you know, this is
Yeah,
part of space, well, I don't know why they're doing that. Concrete, and then the rest is,
But how wide is this roughly? Is this wide enough to park a car on?
Yes.
By itself?
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is just a very big.
Well,
plant.
it actually- All I'm applying is because you guys gave me a citation that I needed to enclose the tip of this, because I guess that's.
Is that that's gravel, that portion?
Oh, yeah, it's gravel, and the rest is gravel. I'm sorry I didn't have a white picture. Still have it in my phone.
So this one on your survey. This is a concrete strip. You're saying gravel.
Gravel,
in here.
all this is gravel.
Yeah, concrete strip,
all
gravel in
gravel.
here. So for starters, right, this doesn't really count as parking. Because it's in the right of way, it's not on your.
So, okay, so then why am I have to deal with that? It's not my property, you know? My
Right, the issue is you have to provide parking on your property, right? So
Oh.
so right now, this would count, right? That's on your property. This is just an approach to get to your parking area, right?
This is part of my.
Yeah, you can have additional guest parking or overflow parking in the swale. But you have to first you have to meet the minimum parking on your site, right, which duplex.
This is
how many-
That's why I have.
Yeah, the problem is that parking doesn't count towards the minimum required parking because it's not on your property. First, you gotta meet
So
the
none,
required.
none of this is on my property?
This right here, right?
Then how am my driveway here, my wall?
This is called the approach, right?
Okay.
You're allowed to cross the public right of way to get to your parking area, right? And you're allowed to have parking in the soil as well.
Okay.
But that parking doesn't count towards the minimum required parking to have that on your property. So for, depending on the number of units, bedrooms of the house, a certain minimum parking, right? So you have to show first, say, and I don't know what fourplex.
Well,
So
but-
it would be the number of bedrooms.
But wait, was that a violation or was the violation simply
No,
that the
it was ju- it
gravel
was
wasn't
just-
enclosed?
Whatever it is, he's
Yeah.
here now for parking, right?
Well, I mean, I
He's here,
have
he's here to
parking on
comply
here
with the
too,
driveway parts, right?
Which is too close, it's also the stones, so that's it.
That may be what code decided you for, but here you're for driveway that's here, right? So once you're here, you're gonna talk about.
We have, you're asking me, it's you guys decided that everybody had to do any approach.
Yeah, we didn't decide, it's in the
Well,
code.
it's your new code.
No, it's not in the
This-
code.
But this property's been here since 1954 like that, and so it's new code. It's a
New from the eighties.
Okay.
What is the citation?
It's just that I need to. Cross about. So that is not part of.
That's a wall.
Yeah, it's all.
That's this here? We're looking at this?
No, the wall had to be here because you have to go into the park.
A wall around.
So, I mean,
It's all grass. One big gravel.
Do you have, Rafael, do you have what the state, was the citation just because of the border? Or was that there wasn't?
Yeah, it's just a gravel.
Respectfully, I don't think so. I think you're being flagged for your driveway and your parking area, right? All of that, not complying with the code. There's many avenues or aspects of compliance. One is a maximum of 40% of the right of way can be parking area, right? The rest has to be fancy. So right now, this is just all gravel.
I have 4 apartments, and each of them have a parking space here. This driveway, which I never changed, I mean, it's about the position, it would be for the house. And this is designed for the other apartments. And which I have
What is-
never, that's grass.
Grass,
Grass.
and this is the wall up to this alley?
Yeah.
There's no parking or no entrance into this over here.
No.
This is all closed off. So this is all the parking here.
Yeah, and I mean, and then you guys added a new road, here, you know.
They paved it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They
It's
didn't,
certainly not.
they didn't add it, they paved it.
No, but it was always, it was almost like.
It's an alley, it is it is an alley.
Is it considered still an area?
It's an alley.
Okay.
11th
so-
Avenue, that is an alley.
Okay, so that cool. But at the end, I came in here to solve the problem that you guys wanted me to nicely.
And you're willing to do that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm here, whatever you guys can tell me. Right, and exactly, so my goal was to go ahead and close it like the correct way, and I sent pictures.
Violate, I'm sorry, but the notice of violation says that it's for off-street parking. That's chapter 5.6.1, which is referenced.
So what they're asking you to do is to comply with all of the regulations, which is not just the one, which is lots of regulations on on-street parking, which is percentage of parking that's required that swale, meeting parking on your sites, parking spaces. Yes, having a border and gravel.
So-
It's not just the gravel.
So, but let's just go into realization. We have walls on the property line. So where else are we gonna have them parking?
Yeah, if you take this away from me, what am I gonna do?
Good, but you're fine to, if with 119, the entire swale, nothing but gravel.
But no, is
That's not true.
this,
This is grass here.
is this grass here?
Yeah, all this is grass. This is just a pathway. But this. Driveway, and then here on the side. All this is grass. This is not just like,
How many bedrooms total are there?
house that's 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms. And the house is already- Bedroom, yeah, that's.
So if we think about it this way, we have 75 feet plus 132, so that's almost 200 linear feet of right of way. So if, of right of way, so if we take 40% of that, you know, not, I mean, granted, the
Yeah, it helps.
Permanent.
I took it to be a gravel from one of the photos.
All this is grass, this is all grass, all this inside is grass. This is grass, this is inside
Grass
my
here.
yard, all this inside, all this is yard. It's grass, well maintained.
He's willing to put a border along the street, clean it up.
Yeah, oh, that's why I thought I was here for, was just to let.
You are.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is I never knew I was. It's wrong. It's been father in there, I mean. No, I understand, but I mean, I don't know, my only concern is I'm kind of make sure I have parking from.
Yeah, of course, if you want to have, right?
The way I have divided with 3 cars for the other apartments and then 2 for gas, and this is privately for the house.
I got it. No, it's just like growing up when it was. It wasn't
write
me.
something.
My dad's like, oh,
Wanna use it
five
to
kids,
write,
you 4 and.
I mean,
fifth
if you're
one
gonna
was-
go something.
Yeah, I don't want.
That's, yeah, and I wrote down the actual square footage from 25, let's wait to 36 feet. That's the parking space.
Yeah, so just, again, just so your information on these, right? So what we were trying to figure out, which is probably your okay. This whole area, right? Here, right, so all this area that's called Parkway,
Yeah, that's
right? Of all that square footage, a maximum of 40% would be park, you know, right? Which it seems like you're pretty close, right? Because all this is grass, so that's okay. And, you know, Gage was saying this is 75, this is 132. So you're a little over, a little under 40%, which is this, but then you've got grass in here, there's grass here. So in some, without having an exact tally, you're probably not parking on more than 40% of that. area,
Correct,
Right,
yeah.
so we think you're good there. Now, what I think that we don't know is.
I'm trying to find the.
Parking requirement. So then,
it's
that's one rule, there's many rules. Like,
Yeah.
Another rule is how many bedrooms
I
a
have
domicile has, 5, I think it's total. 6. Keep it as low as-
So yeah, the fewer that you
Yeah,
have, the
yeah.
better.
So
So you have like
it's
some
gonna
studios.
trigger,
Yeah, it's a studio,
Offices.
yeah, yeah.
so if you tell us it's 5 or 4 and whatever, then there's a certain number of spaces that you have to provide on your property. right? And so the question would be, let's say the answer is only 4 spaces, right? I don't know. Can we fit 4 cars in this? No, you can't, or whatever, let's give us the numbers.
So it's,
Perfect, just literally fit a.
so Ed, just to FYI, for 4 bedrooms or more, you need 3 parking spaces plus 1 guest. So can you get 3 parking spaces? Can you get 3 parking spaces in there?
Be officially part. The point is, could I? If I had valet service, could they fit 3 vehicles on this? And I easily would they could.
Yeah.
Because that's a 30-foot, I mean, again, I don't want to draw on this.
It actually, yeah, right.
I can draw on this, right?
Okay.
For sure, I can fit a car here, I can fit a car here, I can fit parkings, right? Got 3
Correct.
cars, that's all you need. So you've met your on-site, on-property requirement.
Thank
got
you.
3 spots.
Okay.
Doesn't appear to exceed 40% of the right of way that you're using for additional guest parking.
Thank you.
So you're good on those.
So we're just looking for a border.
Yeah, now you don't meet the border requirement for wherever you have gravel. You're.
And that's what you're here for today.
You're here for all of it,
Yeah.
but you're passing
Yeah.
all the other parts with
Yes,
flying
thank
colors,
you.
right? So you're down to
I
the
just like,
border.
no.
Yeah,
But-
you're getting
but-
nervous, I know.
The, off of the one, right, you
Yeah,
know,
well,
like,
no,
there
no.
was a picture that had like
No.
kind of a brick border, right? But then the driveway is concrete too, right?
It's like this, yeah. This was just a picture of
brick
another
border
house,
there?
just
Yeah.
to give you guys an idea.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's what that-
Fill
that's
that one
not
area
it.
in there.
Okay, so then, but basically because
It's like
the
this.
concrete part, that part would need to be the.
That's your property?
Yeah, this is actually a picture of my property.
But so you already added?
No, it's a photograph. I actually laid the stone in front of it. It's, yeah, I didn't touch it.
Well, your border would have to be.
Oh, that's what I thought.
This provides.
By the way, none of this is actually uploaded. None of these.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue.
Yeah.
We're
That's
looking at
between you and
drawings.
Oh, okay,
We're just trying to solve
that
that
aren't
saying-
here. Yeah, you have to resolve that with him. So now, the borders, right? So the only other part of our codes that we need here to tell us what to do is driveway material, right? Harmonious design, right? So obviously, if you came and said, I just want 4 these in concrete, you say, no problem. That's your driveway. You want to put levers in there?
Yeah, I was
Then
thinking,
the
I
board
mean,
would
I
have
was
to
thinking of
evaluate.
doing it like
There's
this with a
a
nice.
But
So
I'm making sure he's understanding the big picture of all the requirements.
Yeah, and I'm sending it to you. Oh, but I did like in the thing, I thought I did. All right, I will redo it tonight.
So he needs to bring updated, survey and the, calculations. The calculations are not correct,
Yeah, the other-
but they're not filled out correctly.
Yeah, but see,
And that calculation.
this all needs to be filled out. You only filled out this little bit here.
Cause I honestly, I try to understand. it.
I hear you.
Yeah, I look at it and I'm like,
But for our purposes, we need that.
so
completed
is
to
there
review
somebody
the
that can
application.
help me? I went several times to the office here, ask questions.
I mean, he basically has to do the width and the depth of that right of way.
25 feet by 36.8 feet, which is a total of 920 square feet.
That part is little.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, for instance,
They told me I don't have to do all this, all I need to show is what my.
because we need to know what the total size of the lot is and so.
So
The rest of the calculations you should be able to do off of that survey. You shouldn't need to go and like walk it out. You should be able to say, oh, this is how long this, like the way that he was able to say, oh, 75 by 132. Yeah, that's 75 by
we care
132.
about the swale right now. So you'd be adding up the total area of this
Okay, so not,
outside of your property.
that's called a swell, I'm sorry. I
Swale
have no
or
idea.
right of
I-
way,
I have
it's
no
fine.
idea on that.
So what we want to know is, you already figured out the parking area, which is
Correct.
920 square feet. By the way, you would have to include though,
Oh, I would, actually, the 20.25.7 and 2.5.
but yeah,
All that.
we need to include this
Okay.
as best as you can because you know, it's not. And then all of this, right? Because you're basically saying that's all.
And-
So we want to know the total square footage of this
Okay.
divided by the total square footage of all of this, make sure it's higher than 40.
already have?
So it's just going from here to this.
so.
Yeah, so if you already did this, you gotta add that in there.
Okay. Oh, okay, so that is actually total square footage of
Of the
parking.
parking area. And
Should
then
have been a whole bit.
divided by the total square footage of this whole
We're already-
whale
we're already in.
and right of way area.
Okay.
And make sure that this area is not more than 40% of all that.
Okay. Okay. Do that. All right, good.
We're
We're at the table, yeah. I mean,
Unfortunately, all this is not in the system yet, we'll table it,
Okay.
and it'll come back to us in the next hearing.
So, 2 weeks,
Yeah, you don't, I mean, if you bring it, if you just do everything that we said, you don't really need to actually be here. I mean, you could. But it's always good to be here to defend yourself.
Okay. So,
Second.
Okay, Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
We're not voting on it, just waiting for that.
okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. My calculation survey with the detail, what the work that he's doing. Thank you. All right, next is gonna be 6H 1145 Northeast 119th Street driveway, Teresa Hayes. Okay. Just 1 second.
It's a mitigation of water runoff, and I'm gonna contain the gravel with geotextile fabric and geogrid. That is on the other street. This is a house that has an apartment on Northeast 11th, I believe. Hold on. Sure. This is the part that.
This is existing, you're not changing that.
So the part on 11th Court is the part that's existing?
Yes. And three parts. Our number 4. Until some part of it.
Yes.
Okay, so is it a gravel driveway? It's
It's the exit of the other apartment, and they have a gate, so there's no space for a driveway. They're using that part. And there's water accumulation, so I'm trying to resolve the water runoff and contain the gravel. And there's an apartment there.
So it's in the rear of the apartment. So is there an alley there or
And
something?
no, it's not an alley, there's a corner property. And on the other side, they have an apartment. And the exit of the apartment is right there on that street. And they want to park, the owner wants to park on the other side of the street.
Is anybody else following that? Because I mean, I'm looking at it and it says, it looks like it's in the rear of the building.
No, the
The
building, the
geotextile fabric, isn't that a
geotextile goes on the bottom, and that is when the water to contain the toxics of the water.
They just put these parts here because it was empty space in it where the thing is where it says the number 20
I thought that you just said that's existing.
No, the existing is on the other side.
over here.
The
This
existing is on
existing.
119th.
This gravel with the geotextile, you haven't done that.
Nothing. No.
Existing before.
No, this existing, that's what I'm planning to do, to remove the mess, it's a mess there.
So this is a gravel driveway on the side, the 11th Court side with the necessary borders, 18, 12, 12, and 12.
Mhm, mhm.
It's 20 inches wide. You're using a geo grid to
To contain the gravel,
stabilize it. I mean, that's up to the building department and building official as far as what the underlayment and all that's gonna be.
it's much better because otherwise the gravel is not contained by the border, it's gonna run all over the place.
Well, that's what the border that you're doing, the 12 by
Yes,
12 by
but
12. by
when you
18.
do the geo grid, it keeps the pebbles in, whatever you put in place. It
Okay.
makes it more
But you still have the
sturdy.
border that as called out by our code.
Yes.
And
Well,
what color is what color is the gravel?
And they didn't decide if they want gray or white. They didn't decide it yet.
issue is that really not driveway, right? It's swale line.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how about the same?
But they're providing off straight.
For the other side of the apartment,
I think it does.
Definitely does.
Yeah.
As long as it has the matches and it's it's either a white or a gray gravel.
yeah, it's gonna be, I told him to use gray because white is gonna get very dirty, so probably it's gonna be gray.
Is it okay? We can do a motion on it.
Motion to approve?
David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Yes, 6H.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next will be 6I, 11011 Northeast Ninth Court, fence. Lamore? Okay. Okay. Wood fence to aluminum. So it's around the corners, it's going across the back. What's the height? Does it say?
It's 6 feet,
6 feet.
And what color is it?
white.
It's just like a shadow box type of thing?
Yes,
Favor say aye. That was David Ed. Motion carries. You're good, sir. Thank you.
thank you. It's two of them. Yes, two fence and two different.
So it
colors.
actually, he would be the next one too, anyway. 6K 11102 Northeast Ninth Court. Fence, another fence for Lamore.
Yes,
Corner of the house.
yes,
not the full property.
no,
Same fence?
fence, aluminum fence, white.
So it lines up with the front corners
Yeah.
and goes across.
Motion to approve?
David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, next will be 6M 11412 Northeast Eighth Avenue, Pool B Park 114 LLC. So this is actually a revision. Hello. So this permit was approved on 9/27/23 originally, okay?
Anything about it? What's being revised?
It's just we just changed the configuration from moving the sun deck area. Oh, sorry. It's moving the sun deck area from the front to the side of the property.
So
the
you're
pool rather-
still have a 11 foot plus 7, 18 foot to the back property line?
The dimensions are all the same, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't really affect the setbacks. Lot coverage looks like it's still within within reason.
Just out of curiosity, have you dug the other hole yet, or you haven't started digging?
We dug the hole.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we decided to change.
Motion to approve?
David Ed, all in favor, say aye.
May,
Aye.
there's another file here. Can we just do that quickly? 6Q? Is that possible?
But let us finish this one.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, motion carries. Okay, you have 6Q.
Yes,
Okay, 6Q. Okay, that's 11780 Northeast Eighth Avenue, new flat roof, B Park 117. Okay. It's just flat roof?
that's it. Good to know, thank you.
Motion to approve.
I mean, it says something,
Other than this part.
it says reference, just confirm the.
New construction, the entire flat roof, the entire home.
Yeah, this is. We approved a bunch of months ago the master thing, so now we just.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
question, colors matter right now or
Huh?
colors of the roof color? Is that something you need to know now or we just submit that?
Well, you're saying it's a flat roof. Isn't that a flat roof? Just a,
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that what it has? Is just,
Yeah.
so it shows in there's a flat roof that's being installed?
there's a new roof flat. The application says new roof flat.
That's for B Park 117 LLC.
It is not a flat roof.
Okay, then.
So that missed
motion
me.
to table. We're gonna.
Curiosity, is this an old house that got demolished, is you're building a home or that's the house?
Is it just a flat roof in the back?
It is a flat roof. The other house is not a flat. This is a flat roof. My error. My error. The other one is not flat, right? Yeah.
Near 113 isn't flat.
Correct. This one is a flat roof. I apologize.
I walk my kids by it all the time. I was like, I'm fairly certain this. is
Yeah.
flat, but-
No. So that disregard that. I thought it was the other one because we're in for another permit for that one as well.
Okay, so motion to approve.
We're good with it. Okay. David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay.
Thank you. Not for the mix up.
All right, next will be 6N 11443 Northeast Sixth Avenue, re-roof tile to metal, Pablo Marcos. There's Murph again.
But it doesn't have any fascia.
Yeah, why do you have zero patient in the pictures?
So this says 26, but then the fascia says 0.
Is there no patient?
I mean, it's curved. I mean, it appears to be at least 6 inches if you added it up.
It's larger than,
Yeah, it's one of those like belly type.
we approved a roof at 119th and 8th Avenue with the exact same situation.
No, we're not arguing. We're just asking, your document said 0, there's no fascia.
Well,
We're
it's-
saying it's
it-
probably not the case.
No, it's absolutely.
Yeah, okay. But so the code has a minimum patient, so we don't want to deny you because you wrote 0 when it needs to be 6.
that was someone trying to be.
And the color's white.
That's what, yeah,
Okay.
Bone white.
Bone white, not stone white, bone white.
yeah, not glaring anyway.
You got the overhangs, you have a patient.
Yeah, this
and
is-
the white.
But you do need to document that, you need to revise this document that it is 6 inches. I mean, it has, I mean, it obviously clearly is, but from the photographs, but it's just saying the legal document, you have it at 0. It needs to be revised to say 6. Sure. Yes.
Second.
David, Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, folks. Night, everybody.
Thanks. To be 6R, 11800 Northeast 11th Avenue, Real Estate Services 900 LLC. And this is the new house. So this is, we've done 2 reviews, I think, and we said, let's move it to, this is actual approval. Huh? I think we can go up and look at it really quick.
It was just a height thing, but I think that was everything.
Yeah.
Just point out any changes. It was here, this 36. Started at 8. Yeah, so yeah, the 28 here from there. Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta still get the text a little bigger. That's a little easier. As my partner's doing, he likes it small. I'm like, let's just make it a
So-
little
so-
more
so-
legible.
So this is actually 8.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this is their base flood elevation, right?
Yeah.
27 plus 1,
Yeah.
and then they're going 28 from here.
So up to 36.
Yeah.
28 there. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
36. Okay.
36 and
Like,
6 is the end.
why would you draw it that way? Okay, I mean, I think we had a.
Yeah,
See,
unless they
it-
suddenly change the design thing last time, and
No.
I think we're good to go.
no, we want to get, we're ready to submit it too, so we didn't even know to go ahead. We might have even already submitted, I'm not sure.
So. Motion to approve? Second.
I had a motion by Ed, a second by David. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thank you very much, sir, for working with us. Good luck on your project.
So just a reminder now, you're gonna have roof permits separately, window permits separately, driveway permits separately.
After we get.
Yeah, once you get the message.
We'll put it in.
Aisha, he had 0, and needs to be 6. Okay, next will be 6S 11805 Northeast 11th Avenue driveway. Guillermo? Come here. Had that circle for the meeting. There's no one for that? Okay, we'll come back to that. 7A discussion 11041 Northeast 10th Avenue driveway, Julio Blanco. Right? Did you fall asleep? All right, so let's go, you want to show us some drawings, correct? No? You have questions for us? Here, let's. Well, let's go there and let's.
This is one of who. Who's the copy?
Okay.
Right, my question is, this space that I have here, I can fit 3 spaces here. At first, I thought 8 feet was too narrow. When I started measuring cars and spaces, 8 feet's fine. So that 3 cars and 1, and all permeable, permeable, yes.
Okay,
And the 30-inch setback,
yep.
that's it. I just
So
wanted
what's,
to make sure that I.
so what are you adding or what are you subtracting?
Just adding this one little space here.
This 8 by 16.
Yeah, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
That's it.
motion.
Motion to approve.
He's got an approved.
Yeah,
Right, he's just adding another 8 feet to the approach, and he's on the corner lot, so he's got a huge amount of space.
That's the best way I can find to give you more permeable space, but I can fit 4 cars.
So you'll have to upload this to. Made a motion. Well, we're not actually, the discussion.
Yeah, that's all right.
Sorry.
Like that?
So you need to upload it?
Well, here's the question. If I I tried, okay, go ahead, Travis.
I'm just going, these plans are already approved and sealed.
Yes, so it's a revision to an existing permit.
Yes.
No,
If,
no, no.
if he's adding this, it will be. a
No, I did not, that was there. In other words, that approved survey, I haven't touched. Until I showed up today. All I need to know to make sure, make clear that that extra space there, that I could put a car there.
Oh,
That's it.
So this is what you guys approved before.
so it's already.
I
approved.
haven't touched, yeah,
Yes.
I haven't touched that.
So the question is, can we park a car there?
That's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, this is America, car 8 foot by 16 space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so there's no
Yeah, I
changes
mean,
then?
no,
Okay,
no change.
so no motion, no nothing changes.
My big question is, how do I keep my tenants from getting a ticket if they park there? How do I know that it's proved, you know, do I get a letter?
Driveway surface, they shouldn't get a ticket.
I'm sorry.
If they're parking on a parking surface,
Oh, yeah, of course.
what, they won't get a ticket, why would they get a ticket?
But it's outside the property line.
No, they won't. They shouldn't get, as long as their cars are on an approved driveway
Yeah,
and they're not parking on the grass, then they shouldn't be getting tickets for that. And you're providing the free parking spaces on your property. So-
yes.
So, you know, like for my house, if I have a driveway and my part of my driveway goes across my right of way, if I choose to park just in that front area, they're not gonna give me a ticket for that.
Well, I
Like,
don't
They're
know.
not gonna say you have to pull
I
your
don't know.
car
I
all
just,
the way in.
I was just wanted to make
Did you ever
sure.
have a tenant get a ticket for parking?
Excuse me?
Have you ever had a tenant get a ticket for parking?
No, this, right now, I have a swale. And it's, asphalt. And never had a problem there, but it's pitted.
Yeah.
It's messed up, so it has to be replaced. That's then the fact came that, no, it's not only that, you gotta put your cars inside the property line.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, there was the question of permeable and impermeable, and that's how we're here.
Yeah, well, the
Well,
issue is I don't think you have any parking spaces on your property. So
Three,
so now you do. But
Yeah.
before you didn't.
right,
So that was the issue, was you didn't have any parking spaces.
okay,
So now that you're actually providing those spots, somebody can park out in the swale on the thing, you're not gonna get a ticket.
Yeah.
for that.
but I don't need
That's
any
just
special
extra
thing.
parking.
put on
Now
the-
you have extra parking.
So I don't have to worry about this, I don't.
If
I
that's
don't
what's approved, then you're
Yeah.
set. You're set.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So just leave it. That's these
So
gentlemen.
I can proceed
You can proceed, yes.
now.
You have
One last question. I'm trying to see if I can afford pavers. To do the whole pavers. Is pavers, gravel or asphalt, correct?
Yeah, so you can do pavers, you just have to come in for a change of material.
You would
Oh,
have
if I have to,
come
if I do
buy
pavers, I have to
the
come
permit
back.
Because you gotta prove.
All right, but let me, first I'll get the
But it would
quote.
be a pay.
Yeah.
Now I can get a definite estimate knowing that I can park in that little spot. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you, sirs.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. Last one. I don't have to hold this again. Yeah.
Only if you're gonna change it to another material, otherwise.
Otherwise, no change, I'll like that's fine. All right, so I can proceed and take the big dirt side. Yeah, I know. But I just wanted to make sure of the parking spot. Very well.
You're good.
Now,
Thank you. All right. All right, next will be 7B 11503 Northeast 11th Place driveway, another discussion, Corzo is the name. You can go up to the microphone, please.
Yeah, that's what I was.
No,
Put it on the front.
yeah, well, I submitted what Mr. C gave me, which it was the, I have a copy here, which I can give to you.
You can see it, 'cause this has nothing.
It really doesn't have the measurement, but that's one of the things that I asked for. But basically.
It's more than what this
because-
has.
Yeah, because I had to change the frame field. So when they got the permit, this is what they gave me for. And basically, my issue is that I have the drain field here, I have the tree here with the roots, which is what they're telling me that I.
Just so I can orient myself in like, this is over here, basically.
Is that the only picture that you have?
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
no, I have more.
What we have in the computer.
Yeah,
that's
that's.
all.
No,
So it's to the right of the tree.
basically, yeah, this is not better. Okay, this is the, here's the house. Here is the septic tank. Like, I even have a picture where you can see the water. The water thing. So basically, this is the water. Here's the septic tank, and the only place that I'm kind of able to do something for the driveway will be in line with the gate.
But what's going on the,
other
yeah,
side.
why
On
not
the other
here?
side is, okay, I have an oak tree, I have an oak tree, and there the roots, as you can see, basically are coming up. So in order for me to be able to put a driveway, I need to remove the roots. I already talked to an arbor tree and another resident that he was here the day that I came to speak to the board. And if I do that, it's going to harm the tree. So I cannot, it's basically when I saw the permit, I have to do like 8 inches of, like 4 inches of one material and then the gravel, which is another 4 inches. For them to do that, they will have to remove the roots. And if I do that, then, and trust me, it has taken me forever for me to get it. And as you can see here, also my neighbor, which the house is empty next to me, they haven't cut that branch, which is here. Yeah, like the branch, you see this branch over here, they haven't cut it, so now it's in between the clumps. And they told me that anything that I do on this side is going to compromise, and even the branch can actually break, because with oak tree, what the main thing is that the roots are the ones that are holding.
And on this side, do you have any idea?
So you're
what
saying
the
you wanna
distance
put
is?
it way over here?
Yeah, like basically
Yeah.
in line where the gate is, like here is the
As long
gate.
as you're 30 inches from the property line. fine.
That,
Do you know what this dimension is from the edge of your drain field to
No.
here?
And I told
Would be
Mr.
important to
C,
know.
I told Mr. C to find out, he said, well, they want the digits for me, but they said that.
Well,
Which I
he-
find it weird that they did the permit
I
and
mean,
everything. they don't have it.
here's what I would say, kind of from a letter of the law perspective, like. If you do this, and let's say that you put gravel here and everything, right? And your concern is, if I leave cars on this all the time, that, let's say that the septic is somehow underneath there, because Mr. C is not giving you the best
Oh,
measurement.
It's not just a
I
drain
was there
field.
when they did it, so I know that it's not in here, like close to my neighbor, but it's more towards the, like where the water line, the water thing is. Yeah,
'Cause-
like it's
'cause-
more on this, like this area here, so basically. What I'll, I'm able to, it'll be closer to that, my neighbor's house.
Yeah, so what we're saying is if you did that over there, right, you could become in compliant with the whole driveway thing. And even if you're like, oh crap, am I too close to my septic? Right now, it seems like you're probably driving over the roots and parking over here or parking in the
That's
swale.
like,
or-
I park, we're jumping around, like my car, it's my husband and I,
Yeah.
so I park one car here and then I park the other one here, so basically we're just jumping to see, because when I tried to, I even got a ticket once.
So
because
bottom
I
line is,
parked-
you
because I
you can
parked
put a
too close.
driveway over here.
I parked here and then they gave me a ticket.
Yeah,
because-
so you can put a driveway on this side. of your
Yes,
property.
yes.
You just need to be 30 inches away from the property line of your neighbor.
Yeah,
which
but
is
that's the
not very
thing.
much. right?
Yeah, but that's the thing, when I measure it, I mean, if I do it in line with the,
Okay, so
with the
it's
gate,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's less than 30, because it's basically with the space that you have.
not-
you
So
know,
it's-
when you
let's
put the
say it's
gate
not
and then
aligned with the.
You have another piece of wood here that holds the gate, basically that's the space that I have.
What he's saying is, so if you take your property line and go in 30 inches and then go in 8 feet from
another
that point,
8 feet.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying, if I do that, I like, that's why.
you
I
don't
need
have
do
to have it go past the gate though.
Yeah, we don't, for the record, we don't care where your gate is, right? It's irrelevant to this conversation. Your gate's somewhere over here, we don't care.
And
It's
most
not-
likely.
And we know that
relevant.
this is
It's
10 feet.
Most likely your setback is 10 feet.
Okay,
So you have, if you're looking at this point of your house here, this is 10 feet. So if you go out and
yeah.
you have 10 feet between here and the property line, so
So
whatever.
basically, my thing is, that if I can do it there.
Yeah.
Well, no,
So
no,
yeah,
it's
just
because, I mean,
The answer is yes, you can. So what we don't know is where your drain field is relative to that. But aside from that, from the
Yeah.
zoning code, you can come 30 inches in from your property line, 8 feet is kind of minimum for a car width.
Mhm.
And you just gotta go far enough back that you're parking,
Yeah, no, but I
on your
understand
property.
people like, with this
That's all you gotta do.
idea, but this one, it was like around 20, not 30.
Yeah, it's gotta
Because
be
it has
30.
to be,
But when you say
You basically just would have it go as
disregard
deep
where your
as it
gauge
could.
is, it's not relevant. Just your
I'm
property
sorry,
line,
are we
go
talking
over.
about-
Right
I'm
here.
saying you have to be,
There-
so
oh,
let's say this
thank
is your
you.
fence, right?
That was
Let's
different.
assume that
So
your
here's-
fence is on the
So
property
this
line,
is-
which it
yeah.
may not be, right? You
I
just need to
have
be
the-
30 inches over.
Which is an old survey that I had, but
12 feet.
basically.
So you have more
because
food.
No, you actually have.
You have
20
more,
feet.
you have more, you have
Because
12 here.
This is now
Yeah,
concrete, it's
it's
now
done.
wood,
Yeah,
and
got
this is gone too,
So-
but basically, as you can see, this area here, it has to be like really close to the gate, to this gate here.
But it doesn't. Again, I don't know what's happening from there back is not relevant.
You're not,
No, I
From
really
your
don't care about
property
that.
line, you gotta go over 30 inches from the property line, by the way. The fence, that chain link fence
is
is
30?
actually in your property, right?
I
You
don't
need to be
do it
30,
anymore.
oh, it's here.
Oh, you're talking about this one, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So you actually, it's even, you don't have to be 30 inches from that fence because your property line is actually a foot outside of that fence, right? The chain link is encroaching into your
so
property.
if you
1
measure
foot.
from the fence in.
A foot and a half.
18 inches.
Yeah,
So
18 inches
basically-
from that fence post is where your edge of your driveway would need to be minimum. Get a surveyor to lay that out, but just looking at this drawing. And then 8 feet. Your driveway is gonna be over here somewhere like that.
Yeah, basically, and that's,
And that is probably plenty of room from where your drain field is.
yeah, and like I said, and when they, I usually do the cleanup for the septic tank, where they put all the machines to be able to clean it is 6 feet from the wall, from the old wall here. So it's where this little, area over here is.
But because
That's where your septic tank is.
the
right there.
front is
Yeah, that
30
right is,
feet,
the 30, yeah, 30 feet.
so it would need to go off, basically, if it's a single car lane based off of the side of the house, it would need to go basically all the way to the fence.
Yeah, so
two cars pair-
Yeah, back to back. Yeah, no, and they feed because of.
Did you
we
take-
have parking like that.
Did you take pictures of when they dug all the septic out? Did you take
I,
pictures?
I did.
Like when I did mine, Mr. C
I
did mine and I
did.
took tons of pictures, so
I
I know
did.
exactly where it's at.
And honestly, I tried to find them, and it was so long ago that I don't know if I changed the phone and I didn't back it up or anything like that. Now that I need it, I don't have to. But trust me, I know that it's 30 feet because when they did the underground line, they tried to put the box, the transformer there.
It looks like we've already approved you this concrete here.
Yeah, you
So
did,
maybe you
because I
can
did
just
because
continue
I-
that onto the driveway.
Yeah, basically, that's my idea, just where that end, like,
Let's go across.
yeah, and I'll do gravel because that's the only thing that I can do for this.
Okay,
For-
well,
for that,
that's
for
all
what I
you need to
have.
do, right? Property line, 30 inches, 8 foot, come at least 30 feet onto your property from the property line. Because you can park here, right? This isn't your swale, you can park there. But the code requires you to provide 2 parking spaces inside of your property, which is about 32 feet. So pretty much up to the house, right?
No,
So that
like
would
I
be
said,
your,
it does feel because we have to park like that end.
well, that's all you need to do. Again, we don't know where your drain field is exactly, so hopefully you have enough space. This would be a compliant drain.
Okay,
these
so
dimensions.
it's okay, because like I said, the last time, they told me that I couldn't do it there because of the septic tank, so I had to be on the other side.
Again, we don't know where your drain field or septic tank are, right? It seems like your septic tank is in the middle, so it's probably not an issue. Drain field, it's hard to say, we don't know. But putting that aside, which we don't, zoning point of view is, we don't care where your drain. Just, could a driveway be there? Yes, 30 inches from your property line, 8 foot wide, 30 feet into your property. You don't really count.
Okay, okay, yeah. Oh, I gotta take it one, so I'm.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get the.
No, parking.
Compliance.
My car was parked there and I got a ticket because it was too close to the gate. So that's why I'm here. Because-
Huh? Well, I guess they're getting people that are not parking on property. They're parking on top of.
Yeah, but they're telling you that's not a driveway. You don't have a driveway.
She doesn't have a driveway.
That's why you got a ticket. You're not parked on a driveway, but you don't have a driveway, but that's what you're gonna face.
That's fine, I believe. it.
I'm gonna give you a ticket so you don't feel left out in this ticket process.
Are you good? You understand what the direction we gave us? Okay. You have to, you have to submit it for a permit. Yeah, this is just a discussion, so yeah, you'll submit a permit. Got it.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good night. All right, next will be 7C. This was the one I added, 11807 Northeast 11th Place. This is new construction first review. So let's go up to the front.
First, thank you for the opportunity to discuss this. Guillermo is the owner of the property. The idea, this is a duplex lot for 14.
So it's a single family now, right? But it's in a duplex zone.
Correct.
So you're proposing a new duplex.
Correct. It's a new duplex proposed. However, the question I'm going directly, this has been already, here's the site plan, with everything that the architect did. This is a survey and this is a site plan. Everything is according to code. We don't wanna definitely go on the details here because most likely the question to you guys is.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know what you mean by code. I mean, I'm seeing first violation right there. This is, you have a 30-foot side setback from the street,
From the property.
from the property.
You're
line.
right.
So right here is 10.
Both street frontages, even though. one
Yeah,
is
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
third,
yeah, I know. but basically,
have a meeting.
I don't know what
Okay.
he drove, I'm. more
Okay, I'm
clear.
just saying. it's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah, that's
really
fine.
code.
That's fine, but basically understanding this, just for me, para nosotros, Vijay, the property line is this one here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here there's 10, it should be 30 and 30 because it has two fronts.
Yeah, when we asked a lady and when we came with the GC, the lady say that the same here and here, only for the front is 30, not for the side.
I don't know who they miss.
Well,
missed
that's-
the
That-
word.
that- that's
They probably
okay.
didn't know that it was.
No, don't worry.
That's
Yeah.
okay, we can fix that
Yeah.
or do something different, but.
So assuming you're going to draw a plan that is in full.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
compliance,
yeah,
What is
yeah.
the question that you?
The
want?
the
Yeah,
question is, this is a duplex,
Yeah.
so it's
So-
one folio, yeah, it's one folio for two legal dwellings, right? For two
One
units.
structure,
One structure,
two units,
two units.
one folio, one
One
owner.
folio, one owner. Is there a way, according to the code of Biscayne Park, to have a separate folio? In order to have like a townhome, land use to what, in order to have one and the other one? The idea is that Guillermo and his family plans on moving to one, but as they have the capability of building two legal units, they are thinking on, hey, what about if we can separate this into two different folios and whether he rents it or he sells it or whatever.
75 minimum, so this would have to be twice that.
Yeah, but you'd have to have, you'd have to fall into the setbacks and, separating a lot into two separate lots, then.
No, but
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
And then you don't have a
Each lot would have to
20-foot
comply,
gap.
which it doesn't-
Agree, but it has to comply with, if you had to comply with a residential, one single family home. Of course, this does not meet
Yeah.
that criteria.
You have a 20-foot hole in the middle.
Right. You need to have a 20-foot hole and you have to have 75 each lot, right? So if
Is there?
What
I
is-
know-
what
I
is-
know, Gage, I know it was discussed, but is there something that that for places zoned for duplexes, if it's been turned into a single family, it can't be turned back into a duplex.
No, they can actually go back to
Oh,
duplexes,
okay. I
yeah.
know that
Well,
that was something that was talked
an
about.
area zoned for.
In
duplex.
its area zoned for
There-
duplex.
It is,
Yeah.
it is, it is.
Where it's not
Yeah.
zoned for duplex.
Yeah.
May have had a duplex, if that duplex is removed, you can't put.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Here
what-
it's no
sorry.
longer-
I-
It is a zone-
I-
it's a
I
duplex
wanted to
zone, yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that part-
It's a duplex zone and duplex zone being the option of having two legal units. But of course, you can do an in-law in a big house,
You have
that's
an app
another
of
option.
what the A, B, and C is?
No, this is,
You know,
this is
okay,
third C. I mean, this is 11 plates, so.
clearly.
Yeah, it is. It is a duplex zone.
I don't have any-
I know you guys don't go over to that side.
I know, I'm not, but
It is
like the
actually-
accuracy of it, right, but so-
There it is.
You guys don't go by the.
There's an 11th place.
You didn't give that.
You haven't seen 12.
No, you already do that for you.
That is not a question.
No, the idea is, don't have.
You have a 9,000 square foot lot.
The short answer is you can rent that second unit and live in the other, but
Right.
you couldn't sell one of the two duplexes,
Correct.
so a single one.
So if we go duplex, two legal units, one can be rented.
Okay, so you leave them, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Or you rent both, or, you know.
Oh, you're in both, yeah, but his plan is to move to one.
Yeah.
So, in order to have it be 30 and 30 in, then it may make more sense. But what you have to realize, especially off of renderings like this too, that there are second floor maximum lengths that can to distances on these lines. So for instance, this side here at 10 feet, you can't be more than 30 feet. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but the backside is, it can't be on the second floor or above 18 feet if it's closer than 20 feet.
Which right now is not.
Which he's not now, but if he reoriented it this way,
No,
then-
but probably they need to come up 20 feet here and the structure should be complying to the 30 and 30 in both corners.
yes, but
Both
then
sides
what
of it.
I'm saying is if you're doing something like this edge, you couldn't have more than 30 feet on the second floor. That is on the 10-foot line. It would have to be then.
Retired, you need
beyond
to
that,
retire on
push-
the other side.
push
Yeah, yeah.
in
Okay.
deeper.
Yeah, yeah.
And over on this side, if you said, oh, cool, I can go all the way, I'll go all the way to the 10-foot line here.
You cannot.
Then on the second floor, it needs
know.
to be set in
20.
another 10
Yeah.
feet because it's.
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
into a
yeah,
back
yeah,
deck.
yeah,
So I'll just go through it really quick.
Which that's all, it didn't, until October, that wasn't on Muni code, like if they didn't have the updated
Okay.
version of what the second floor and the max height calculations were. But now that's on the Muni code, so if whoever's putting this together goes off of Muni code for the heights and everything.
They need
What's
to,
there
they need
is
to comply on, they need to pull inside the second floor.
Yes.
So let's
The
just,
lot size is 14,600. 14, you got 9,000.
Yeah, but,
so 120, sorry, 120 times 75,
27.
9,000. So I don't know what,
what happens if you add this 24 to that 75? I don't know why they have those two measures
no.
separated.
so let's do
But
that.
maybe it's
so-
one.
75
It's
plus
100.
So
Last
99,
147,
99 times 140, 14,000.
Mhm. Oh, he said it.
You got stalled.
9,000.
You're like, I paid.
No, we checked, but.
But,
So
but
what are you trying to figure out, Keith?
Like
No,
a
I'm just-
buildable pocket. You see, I used your word. Buildable pocket. Never said that. I thought that when we were going through the proposals, you were like what the buildable area. is.
there's no townhomes right here in this Kent Park.
We don't have to,
We don't have townhomes. Okay.
um,
Analyzing and I don't, I make a question because I should, but basically analyzing a change there or a variance there is not gonna be, how do you see it?
I mean, you're looking for something that's gonna completely change the character of this neighborhood. I would, we don't have any duplexes. We're a single family.
No, yeah,
Neighborhood.
but we have duplex.
Yeah.
But
It's
is there
2
a,
units.
is there even,
But-
is a variance even a pathway for changing the structure of zoning, because
No.
you're basically saying.
Yeah, but
we have
that's an
single-
open
single
question.
family
Basically, you tell me,
duplex.
no, no.
Yeah, I
but-
think the answer is no, there is no variance option to rezone the type of
It's
unit.
also not, yeah, because then it's not just us, it's also bound same to the county and back and forth.
Yeah, but I'm asking to see if there is an option. Okay, basically, when you have a duplex and you have two units, you have two units, regardless of. And you have two units that are in the same building together, two legal units. So here, the only thing is that, yeah, it's split it and you have two different folios and you can do whatever you want with one or the other, or it's all
Well,
together.
the problem would be, that would be, okay, so you have this nice building that looks like one building, but you have one owner here that wants to paint this pink and this person wants to paint this bright blue. They're two separate owners, and then now we're gonna end up having a house that has two different colors on it. What if this has a roof on it and they wanna do terracotta roof, they wanna do metal tile roof? So we're gonna have one building with two different roofs on it. You know, that's kind of leads down the path of,
I think that situation happens in every single townhome
Not
where
here.
they are, and that, and they, but for example, we were part of a townhome in Fort Lauderdale. And there are rules that basically they need to put together, the four people need to agree on how to settle the things, and basically everyone was
But
like,
even-
why?
There are mechanisms for managing it, but
Exactly.
the village doesn't have townhomes,
No,
they're
no,
not
no,
interested
no,
in
no, I'm
coming
totally,
up with all those mechanisms.
no, I'm totally agree with that.
You can build two separate roof, one for each.
No,
house.
totally agree. Basically,
Mhm.
the question here is, and if this is not the situation, Guillermo needs to decide whether he wants to.
And not only that, I mean, for his own sake, one day he wants to sell, if he had half he sold away, now he's got half a lot to sell to someone, you know. He's better off keeping the whole lot, renting one, and if he ever wants to sell.
And then that's another option, probably, the option is probably not having two houses the same, but one, I think this is viable, right? If you decide to say, let's assume we have here the 30 necessary, the 30, right? 30 here and 30 here.
Yeah.
But basically, you can have an entrance,
you can have the entrance.
you can
here,
have
you
one
have-
entrance here and the
Yeah.
other entrance there.
Exactly.
So basically, and you can split the lot, let's say, here, and that's it. This guy has only this piece of land. And you can rent it separate, and it's a smaller unit or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
there's nothing that says that you have to
Have
make
two
the
mirror-
duplex be
yeah.
the exact same square foot.
No, totally agree, yeah. Totally agree, but basically, you may have a.
It's like a mother-in-law.
Well, maybe no,
You could be
the
a
in-
mother-in-law you really like, or mother-in-law you don't like at all.
no, but what I mean, it's an in-law doesn't necessarily have a two
Entrance.
legal units, right?
Okay.
So the in-law, it's just a separate.
Okay,
an
okay.
additional structure.
Yeah, but
In
in the
this
same,
case-
yeah,
In this case would be
no, I prefer.
one address in.
Yeah, for
in-
that way, that.
And this and the other one address here, and you do whatever you want on that.
Yes, but not two different,
One folio,
yeah.
In one folio.
one folio.
And the one thing too, to say, you definitely want to try and keep that duplex designation, because otherwise you aren't gonna be able to put like two kitchens in different parts.
Kitchens and-
Yeah.
But the thing is even if you put the entrance over here, this address is still gonna have to be, it's gonna have to have one unifying address. So it'll be whatever, 1900.
Yeah, you need A
11th
and
place,
B.
and this would be A and B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Is
so
it
just, you could have it,
Huh?
oh,
Is it correct?
no, it's a single.
Today,
no.
today there's a
It's
single family.
Single house.
One
So,
thing you could check, so I own a duplex conversion that's on Northeast Tenth, it's in C. We still all the time get mail for, the address is 10920, but we all the time get mail for 10922, and every time there's a census, they send me stuff saying you need to tell us the stuff for 10922, and then they keep threatening legal action, because I'm like, it doesn't exist anymore. So there's a chance, maybe depending, and that was changed more than 10 years ago. So there's a chance maybe that it's still registered somewhere with the USPS or something like that, that there's registering it as a second mailing address. It's a shot in the dark, but. I don't know.
okay, well, that's, we're getting minutia on that one.
Clear?
But you have 30. Just so, you know, it does say the orientation has to be, the front facade faces a primary, secondary streets. So you could do front and side, second story placement, like David was saying. You have on the interior side, you have a 30-foot max length.
Mhm.
On the second story on the property line. If not, then you have to set it back 5 feet.
And in the back.
Lots interior primary, this is, that's 20, this is lots interior, that's not here. Wall planes shall be designed in such a manner to provide movement and articulation to prevent excessive blank walls.
Okay.
So you would need to look at that. All portions of the side of the building within the
Yeah, I think.
two-third
I
shall
think-
be designed in such a manner as to diminish visibility into abutting properties. That's actually
Let me,
the other
let me,
side.
let me take a picture of this page here that you were reading there, just to make sure that we know exactly which page is it, 18.
I have the.
Sácale la foto. Okay.
So,
La casa original tiene 21. Claro, la casa original tiene 21.66 de retiro. 21.66. This is the original. 21.66.
So it's non-compliant. And the original home is non-compliant.
You see?
Yep.
So you have a non-compliant structure on that property, so. So if you were to maintain that structure, you could keep it and you could keep it. But if you take it down, you have to come into compliance.
Yeah, of course, of course.
have to
But
come.
if we can keep it and
And here-
have an addition here.
and here you have a lot.
Meet the 30-foot
And
side.
here-
Ahí tenemos, sí, tenemos, pero yo si la hago crecer para acá y para acá, esto me lo dejan tener, porque es
You
original.
might want to
No.
consider keeping that house and putting on the addition around
Mhm.
it at the 30 feet.
Okay.
Because you have something that's non-compliant that's sitting in the setbacks, as long as you don't demolish it by 50%, you can maintain it.
Yeah, you can maintain that wall.
That wall.
Basically, if you wanna go here, you need to
Go
go
to the
to the 30 setback.
You'd have to come back to
Yeah.
the 30, yeah. Anything new would have to be at
So the only
Yeah,
thing that you
all-
can maintain is that.
only this.
that wall, yeah.
Okay,
Probably
the
it's not-
wall,
it's not worth
the
it.
existing wall.
It's not worth it. No, super clear.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I just, another observation too is, we are a bird sanctuary with beautiful oak
Yeah.
trees. And you have a yard that has an amazing amount of oak trees and it looks like you're taking up areas.
Amazing, amazing. No,
You're
Yeah,
taking, you're
but-
like, you're not even considering.
no. This was a first draft. to
Yeah.
understand,
Yeah, to
To
show
understand,
you-
there's a lot of oak trees there.
Yeah.
Some of them are already assessed, correct?
Yeah.
And algunos árboles ya están
Sí,
assessed. They are already there to and there are huge trees on that.
I've seen that.
So, instead of leveling everything and starting over, it'd be nice to.
No.
Incorporate
The idea right now with this confirmation, it's okay. Now
Yeah,
you need to
exactly.
think, tener que pensar.
Yeah.
Sorry that I shift to Spanish.
sorry, I understand that.
Tener que pensar.
Como,
Now, if you continue with this plan, or you do a bigger house and a smaller unit there, or you do only one house and that's it.
for one house.
A little old lady came in. that was fine.
Okay.
Is that your
That's
mother-in-law or what?
Very
There was a
clear.
nice little old lady that came in when she was buying this. Did she not end up buying it?
No, I don't think. it
Her and her
was-
sister or something like
Yeah.
that were gonna buy it?
Yeah, I
No,
don't think
I
there was
guess it
somebody
wasn't
else.
you guys, okay.
It wasn't
Somebody
that,
else.
no.
No, I don't know. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't then.
So this is
No,
technically.
Yeah, we live just around the corner.
So this is not. technically-
Unfortunately, in the 119.
I don't really consider this first review. This is
No,
it's
just a question.
Discussion, yeah.
Yeah,
discussion,
yeah.
So. Yeah.
Around, I would say, probably 20 years on the street there.
Yeah, in the news footage, I saw you were out there walking around. Figured you were home.
Was there?
I live right down the street. I walk my kids. It's, that's like the only area where on that side of Griffin where you can safely like walk kids around is 119th and the cut to 121st and back and forth. And I was like, I was super confused. Like, how did that happen that deep in the street I still am confused, but like, I assumed that it was something that happened at the very end of the street until I saw it the next day or whatever. I was like, how did they come through with that much speed that far down? Yeah. I thought it was a Hyundai. They said that it was a Hyundai, oh, a Kia.
But electrics, right, so it's got a lot of acceleration.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, we'll look forward to seeing your revised plans. No problem. We did it. Thank you. All right, so I'm just changing that to a construction review. There was no release of plan submitted. It was just, they were just wanted to ask us some of the questions.
Is it this one on this side of
Yes.
the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I have, minutes somewhere. They're there. All right, I have minutes from our, January 22nd, 2024 meeting.
I'm gonna defer to you.
I have to look them up and review them.
I've seen.
Oh, really?
Now, so I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
hey,
'cause I have
let
not-
me know
I
if,
have not seen her since that happened, so I don't know what the outcome was. I
Yeah.
hope it was
yeah,
not-
Denied.
I
Mm.
I don't know that part and I
Mm.
didn't ask that question, but they happily were walking their dog.
All approved. All approved. I just always look for anything that's a difference. Approved, tabled, tabled. Whatever happened with the, carport, new construction, front gate. 115. Oh, Sally Bar, she just talked about front gate. This one you just talked to us about. The
Yeah,
front
that's
gate
the-
size,
yeah.
that's a code enforcement issue now. Whatever happened with the carport on, Seventh Avenue, right over here? The carport with the little, they've been cited?
They've been cited.
So there's
Yeah,
a
they're
citation?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the new construction, we just voted on that, so I have a motion on the minutes. Okay, David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, we're good. Two.
Mentioned before, I forget. Agriculture Board, next Friday, the 23rd, hosting an event here, Paul Board. And then we'll have
Oh.
a historian.
Mhm.
The word out, Dave, last time you missed another agriculture event, you weren't aware of it, so now.
Thank you. Yeah, they, I think they put the notice out that same day or something like that.
Funny. So it's next Friday, the 23rd, 7 PM.
Can I see that really quick? Can I see that? Yeah,
4 days.
thank you. Yeah, I was just curious, the one that we actually, the one that we caught, they were putting the roof on the back. They wanted to enclose the roof or do something to the roof, and we were like, well, what is going on with that kitchen inside of the garage apartment? That was 119th, I think. 120th, 120th.
Oh.
835 existing. So what's happening here on this one? 835 Northeast 120th Street. Please. Northeast 120th Street. Stop.
Oh, until. Yesterday, third one, I don't know.
Before that. Hold on. Hold
Hold
on.
Yeah.
Why does it say stop?
Yeah, I knew we were talking about. Roundabout, like anything to mitigate the. But that's also why it got asphalted. The rest of it didn't. Down the project. So it's not,
Okay. So they were here on the 22nd. So what's after that? Of January. That's November.
Something of Griffin within the past year, and we didn't send that out or anything. And what they changed.
Okay,
is
so what about before that then?
basically makes it easier for the really big trucks to go
Hold
on.
on, what do I wanna go down?
And it's more difficult for us to go back to with the.
No kitchen is permitted and cannot be used as
So
living
it's like, I
quarters.
guess, fire department.
There are, although approved, there are issues with the second building. No kitchen is permitted. So that's on the 23rd. So that was the day after our meeting. So what are they doing to bring that into compliance?
Full truck front And didn't
Scroll
spell
down.
it, and there's supposed to be a
That's it?
public hearing thing, but, and it didn't happen. So some lawyer that lives on Griffin told her, it's like, I'm there now. And she was like, because that was that, I guess there was some meeting of like this, just that side of.
This was dated November
People from
22nd.
the Next door after that car
Yeah, I
accident or
didn't,
something.
yeah. My wife's from like some.
So we just need to find out.
Oh, is she going to the party tomorrow night?
But I guess.
Zoning disciplines. So it needs to come to zoning.
But I knew they had.
No kitchen.
yeah.
So we haven't approved it.
Sounds like.
Was that red? Is that me?
Steve went to go. get their talking points organized.
I think, so I think that that's where the person was like, hey, so I looked into this, they did this, but they basically didn't follow the protocol.
So this is the comment that goes to the building.
So it's not technically, it's not approved by planning.
Was approved by you guys.
We only approved the metal roof. The only thing that was approved was the thing that was applied for, which is the metal roof on the back, which was enclosed existing patio. That's the only thing that we voted on, and that's the only thing we approved. So the way that's worded, it makes it sound like we approved the entire thing, which we did. Why does this say enclosed existing patio? The only thing that we voted on was enclosing the existing patio. It's not- Can you, is there a way of just putting on there right now to the building inspector, what is the status of the second kitchen on this? And just, let's be done with it. But we need to know because I don't want them to issue the permit saying, oh, zoning approved it. But it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that.
Here it says. Renovation of existing home, new kitchen, cabinet, countertop, appliances.
Yeah, well, they were just in town visiting, and so their family was visiting.
But what is that? Enclosed right there.
And the thing is.
That's what we voted on. What's that right there? Come on, click on that. That's what we voted on, was enclosing the existing patio.
I bought a car because I'm moving to Miami.
Send it back to the building official, take a look at the second building.
So- These are all from last year. This would have been after the 22nd.
Building, so the building people felt. Okay, so.
Can you go back and edit this? Because it should say your permit application for the enclosed patio was approved. 'Cause that's the only thing that we approved.
Did I write that down?
Yeah, Linda Dillon.
Well, it says permit application was approved at the January 22nd meeting and is ready to accept the process. please keep checking, although approved, there are issues with second building, no kitchen is permitted. So if you want to add a comment here, you can comment, if he's talking about. So what, they only approve the, if you want to add a comment here, we can add.
Yeah, just say the only thing that was approved, which we just, according to the minutes,
Go ahead and put it
a closed existing patio was the only thing that was approved.
So that will be at the January, what day was it?
22nd.
Right.
Yeah. Only enclosed patio was approved on January 22nd. January 22nd, 2021. Yeah, kitchen, secondary kitchen is not approved and must be addressed by building official. And must be addressed by the building official. Correct? All right, so next will be, no, because we approved, if you look at the minutes, that's what we approved, but that's not what it says over there though. Okay. Next will be 5A, 11501 Northeast 10th Avenue, new gravel driveway, Emmanuel Ortiz. Old Business A, Ortiz.
It's the young guy that's.
Yeah. The splitting of the lots.
Temporarily.
Oh, by 14, 12 and
Yeah.
14.
I would,
So he wants to. Am I reading, does it look like the approach goes out to the property line or is it going out to the street?
it looks like it connects to Northeast 10th.
Okay.
Because well, Northeast 10th also is split there, so it looks.
Oh, that
like
could be the median down the middle. Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
it's going to the northbound side.
Okay, I mean, he's just putting a little gravel
Yep.
driveway right there.
Motion to
It is-
approve?
Yeah, I would just caveat that without keeping parking block.
It's gravel, isn't it?
Yeah, but he put these two little pink blocks in, like, for parking things, and
Oh,
we're just assuming he was doing that to show what
Signify.
two different cars, but
okay. So motion that there's no parking blocks.
and now we know how to prank Edward. We're gonna drop parking blocks off all around.
Into our
the
thing.
driveway.
Yeah, but the parking blocks is the thing that your wheels hit. You're not allowed to have those. You know what I'm talking about? You can't have those little things that stop your car. What? No, that's turf block. That's fine. Parking block is that thing you see in Publix parking lot. You know, when your cars go in. Over there.
Where you can't
You
drive.
can't have those in residential neighborhoods. Go ahead, David, Ed, you second that? All in favor, say aye. Aye. No, we approved it. He just can't, it's kind of signified that he has those little blocks. No parking blocks. Okay, next would be 6A, 525 Northeast 119th Street, new concrete driveway, Lisa McGee. David and then Ed, yes. By the way, does anybody else really believe that those people are gonna live in one unit and let their family live in it? Those are not developers and.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's, we're doing 6A, 525 Northeast 119th Street.
Yeah, it appears that they're just doing the part that goes past the entrance to the house. Yes, yeah, and because past that, that part that they're doing is underneath like a what, porta cachere thing.
Oh, yeah,
Motion-
that's right. They have the little, things already. This is over by where
Yeah.
the car crash was on.
Motion to approve.
On favor, say aye. That was David Ed. Motion carries. Okay, next would be 733 Northeast 118th Street, flat re-roof, Ashley Skinner. Attached diagram. Is this a flat roof house? Approval. What is this at in the park? 735 Northeast on my three. Oh, that's right. It's at the very end. Okay. Who motioned? I'm sorry.
Edward and
David.
then seconded by David.
Thank you. On favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, motion carries. Next will be 6C, 941 Northeast 119th Street, new windows and door.
Let's say what color the casing is.
They're all like fixed. Okay.
Second.
David, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next will be 6E, 1009 Northeast 118th Street, wood fence and gates, Jonathan Eastman. The part that goes in front of the carport, just curious what. Little 6-foot gate in front of a carport. What kind of carport is this? They got a roof on it? So this is next door to the one that we just approved. 1009 Northeast 118th Street. Yeah, it's kind of like part of the roof. So I don't consider that really the front of the house. It's kind of like a carport. So the question is does the post, can the fence go to the front corner of the actual structure? Or does it have to be on the corner of that carport thing?
I feel like I've seen other. Fourth that's on the side.
Yeah, I gotta agree. It's not the actual structure of the house.
Setback.
Agreed.
I realize the drawing. Front corner of the other fence.
Well, they actually are, like, isn't there an easement there?
Maybe.
But what are you questioning though?
Fence on that side is going up. I thought it was a corner lot for a second, so I thought the fence was going to the property line on the secondary side front, but it's not.
Yeah, what they did is you can tell the surveyor just kind of did a little jump to that post at 11th Avenue.
That's what I missed.
Yeah. So this is actually next door to that house we just approved. So they're getting the new next door neighbor with the 2-story contemporary on the corner. So, I'm good with this, son.
Second.
Okay, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, next will be 6G, 1110 Northeast 119th Street, slab, Adriana Montez.
Well, it seems like it's this is an after fact for.
It's up to the.
Legalizing the back.
Property across from the one.
Yeah. So they built that deck in the back. What little backyard they have. We just approved that driveway, I believe, last week or something. Yeah, this is a weird. property.
Is the height of the height of the slab, I imagine, is basically on the ground, because that would be the only thing that would have the issue with the setback. But I assume that
It's at grade.
it's not elevated.
And it looks like they have not exceeding the block.
Motion to approve.
David Ed, I'm good. All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next will be 6J, 11095 Griffin Boulevard, new windows and doors. That really big house, isn't it? I only imagine what this bill is gonna be like for all these windows and doors. I think you could have, for 2008, you could have had this house for like $200,000. It was so cheap. It was crazy how big this house is, and it went for like nothing, if I remember.
So everything across the front is either fixed basement or bronze, glass.
Okay, motion.
Second.
David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Those I mean, just an FYI, but those windows have been getting installed over the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Code enforcement.
My little brother lives right across the
They're
street.
actually doing the
They've been
work already.
Installing those windows and doors for the past 2 weeks.
Well, thank God we approved them. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we denied it? We got their attention?
They still have the trucks.
Zero
parked in
nine.
Front that just have all of the. extra-
Number J. 6J, bottom of the first page.
I do feel bad though for that house, the amount of people that use that as like a through street to like cut over to get.
On their
into
driveway?
Biscayne. Yeah, they'll like being in, helping my brother do stuff in his front yard. If you're there for an hour and they don't have cars parked in the driveway blocking it, people knowingly will be like, oh, the traffic's backed all the way up here at rush hour. And they'll cut across there to then get into to Biscayne to try and go somewhere else. Where's the property? I don't know.
It's pretty, right there, 6J. Yeah. He's talking about that. That's one. He's saying that they're already doing the work. They're already doing the work. So we're doing, Carlos Piera's sunroom installation, 11144. Lot coverage still at 16%.
So he's basically just enclosing this porch area?
Yeah, setbacks are 27 feet, 29, he's fine. Well, we just approved it. How they got a permit already? Huh?
You know how they have that, you know how that house has that really big oversized garage? So my neighbor that's been here since 1973, he says that the guy that built that garage that lived there used to do like those NHRA drag racing, like with the funny cars with the peak wheels and super tiny small ones.
Oh, really?
They would build the engines in that garage. And when they would fire the engines up, he could hear it and it would make his windows shake on Northeast 10th, like 4 blocks away.
That's a cool story. I don't have a lot of details on this, but I mean, the location on the lot looks good. I don't have any, what does this thing look like as far as elevations? It looks like it's just like a panel panel fab ceiling of some sort. Left elevation. It's just, it looks like it's all windows. Fixed glass? Horizontal rollers. I mean, they're gonna have to come in for a window permit though, that's the thing. So we don't have any product approval on the windows, so what they're asking to do as a general an idea is correct, but I don't see any product approval for the actual windows. Unless what is this? Elite aluminum panels.
Yeah, I mean, technically, really all they need is 2 other things, a roof permit and a window permit.
Well, as it stands, you cannot see that house at all. There's a huge poopy hedge across the front, so.
I'm okay with it.
Second.
Okay, Ed, David, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. I mean, they should come in, there should be a window permit. But the overall design or the location, the placement, all that stuff is, but they are technically putting windows, so there should be a window permit. Correct? You guys believe in that?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Need window permit. Next would be 60-11505 Northeast 11th Place.
That house that we just said, they have a fence on Google Maps. They have a fence that pops out past the front of their house.
On 6L,
Yeah.
the sunroom one.
you can actually see it even on here. So you see that, that's a fence. So I guess they're saying because it's behind that, but I was looking at it because of what he said, but you can't see that part of the house at all, but I guess it's behind that one other.
But technically, it's right now, it's a porch, which the fence could go around the porch to the front of the house.
Side of the house, right? If they want to extend it.
So this house is just very non-conforming because it's only 20 feet away from the road. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Sorry.
correct this.
So 60-11505.
Flat.
Okay, it's like 3 levels or something. All flat. GF mineral subsurface, blah, blah, blah. It's all.
Motion to approve.
David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next will be 6P11755 Griffin Boulevard, new fence, Kathleen Gaines. It's around the back. It's a corner lot, 6 foot high, replace existing foot high fence, help closing gates. There's a little pool back there. Looks fine.
Second.
David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Brought you candy. Sweet. So the last one I called, hold on. Did we do 6Q?
Yeah, that's the one where the second page was kind of difficult. It was the guy that forgot that house was a flat roof.
So it's 6S11805 Northeast 11th Avenue driveway, Guillermo.
Not showing an approach, but probably just. And highlight it.
Do they have
I'll-
their calculations? Yeah.
I'll look it up to see if it's just, that's the same one.
Point, it's 42% and $13. I mean, what is the material?
Pavers, it's the last one.
Okay. I mean, do we want to have some dimensions on this? I mean, it looks pretty, not, like typical little driveway.
Yeah, and it looks like from Google Maps that it's just replacing what's currently there.
Can we prove it pending dimensions? Providing dimensions? And then the chair can review.
Yeah, I mean, their calcs tell you it's a 12 by.
Okay. So as long as it's that, and
Yeah, because right now it's just gravel that is like no borders anywhere. It just kind of goes all over but it looks like it's that same shape.
yeah, I mean, just updated, dimensioned.
Update
Let's say and continuation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Second.
approach, they don't have an approach, they need to show an approach. That was Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay. All right, so
What was the 6R?
6R was.
Oh.
House, yeah.
I was like, it doesn't have a thing in here, so yeah.
All right, so our next meeting is going to be 26. Everybody good with that? You'll let Scarlett know?
Oh, is that the one on the, with, Paul George?
Oh, okay. Sounds like Paul George. If you ever get a chance to do one of his tours, it's really nice. Okay. He's involved with History Miami Museum. And so he does like tours of like you can do like a tour of like Miami City Cemetery or Stiltsville or he does a cruise up the river. I've done that one before, the full moon up the river. Not yet. So any other business, guys? Motion to adjourn? Okay. Sure. Ed, David,
My motion that Gabe, on my behalf.
we are adjourned.